Tierney with Coastal Countryside Properties, and I'm here with Jack Buckley from the Cohasset Center for Student Coastal Research, CSCR. Did I get that right?
You got that right, Bill. Thanks.
Hey, me.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
You would think in 2020 we'd be good at acronyms. Anyway, so I wanted to do just a quick segment on CSCR and what is it. So let's talk about your role at CSCR and what CSCR does.
All right. Well, CSCR is, as Bill said, the Center for Student Coastal Research, and we engage students, as the name suggests, in coastal research projects. But there's a long story, so I'll preempt the question about how we started. And the whole idea started with the need or the desire, especially as you can see here in the camera. You can see the beautiful harbor here, and it's even more gorgeous at high tide. But there was the opportunity, recognizing the opportunity to get students involved in hands-on experiences outside of the classroom, and then the need for students to participate in data collection that could be of value to some stakeholder group in the community.
Well, you guys do the water quality test of teeth, right?
Yeah.
And so you track that data.
Yep.
As an example.
Yep. As one example, we have students who work with Pam Fahey at the Board of Health and Mary Goodwin, town nurse, and they collect samples for processing. We process one set of samples. Another set, per state law, goes to a certified state lab. But we are sort of the canary in the coal mine because our data so well correlated with the professional lab that we're able to tell Pam well before GNL and Quincy is able to report their results. We're able to tell her whether the count's high or not, so they can make preparations for whether they need to resample or whether they're going to have to raise the yellow flag and close the beach.
Well, I mean, that's fun for kids to do. I mean, it's hands-on, but it's practical, real-time learning.
Yeah, it's great.
So I know there's some other examples, like the Drifters program, which has always been a fun and popular one.
Yeah, and we had, as you know, Bill, we had Amby, your son Amby, highly involved in the Drifters program, and
it was good for him.
Yep, it was great. It was good for him, and it was great for us. It was great to have him. But the Drifters started with making a connection with an oceanographer who works out of Woods Hole by the name of Jim Manning, and he does ocean currents, tracking surface currents in the ocean, in the Atlantic, and deploys pretty large drifters that we've had a couple in his program that have gone to the Azores, and one that ended up in Portugal. But then we started doing it here in the harbor, trying to track the currents in Cohasset Harbor, because one of the main concerns is over here in the cove, whether the water just sort of rises up and down but doesn't quite flush in and out with the tide. And if you know Cohasset Harbor, as anybody might suspect, it kind of runs, the Gulf River sort of overpowers all other currents, in the harbor. So it's sort of a straight shot in, a straight shot out.
But the flushing is important to keeping the harbor clean for the water.
Yeah. And the fun part for the students is they build the drifter, so there's some engineering involved, and trying to figure out what the best design is especially for close quarters in the harbor, and then collecting the data. What's the best way to collect the data and then present the data? So some data analysis and engineering. So it's a good STEM activity: science, tech, engineering, and math.
Which is, that's popular in kids going to high school, or in high school going to college, and it's hands-on, and it's probably different on the college application.
Yeah, we would certainly hope so. There's a lot of great ways for students to expand their academic experiences and get involved in a host of community activities. And we happen to be one of them that we think really does enhance a student's application to college because of the nature of the hands-on activities and the whole mission of CSCR is to engage students in authentic research projects, meaning we're not just doing this for an academic exercise, we're doing it to produce data that we can share with an interested board or commission or stakeholder group like the Gulf Association or Conservation Commission, etc. So it's real stuff in the real world that we get the kids involved in doing.
That's great. So, as a Cohasset resident or somebody interested in this, how would one go about supporting CSCR to keep the mission moving forward?
Well, one of the obvious ways, and thank you for asking that question, one of the obvious ways is to contribute financially. People who are interested and able to do that can certainly go online, go to the website.
I'll put a link in the comment section.
Oh, that's great. And so you can donate on the website, but we're always looking for members of the community to get involved in our program. And so there's so much talent in our community, and so we invite people who, anybody who might be watching this video, we invite you to get in touch with us via the website or via my email, which Bill will provide, I hope, in the notes. And let us know if you'd like to be involved as a mentor or as a board member or just an occasional volunteer.
Yeah, I mean, as Jack said, my son was involved, and it was great for him. It was a great summertime activity. It was something that appealed to him from his interest group, and something that I think did a world of good for town, from testing the beach water to scoring the data and figuring out where we had some pollution issues. So thank you. I appreciate you giving us a couple minutes of your time.
Oh, you're welcome, Bill. We'll do the elbow. Yeah.
Awesome, thanks.
Thanks.